In a bold move, the 119th House of Representatives has passed its first bill of 2025, the controversial Laken Riley Act. The legislation, approved on Tuesday with a vote of 264 to 159, mandates the detention of undocumented immigrants arrested for certain non-violent crimes, such as theft. The bill, named after Laken Riley, a 22-year-old nursing student tragically killed last year on the University of Georgia campus, is a sign of the Republican Party's commitment to stronger border security. Republicans have long criticized the Biden administration's handling of immigration and border control, and this bill marks a clear shift in policy under the incoming Trump administration. The act was passed with significant bipartisan support, as 48 Democrats joined Republicans in favor of the bill. This follows a similar vote last March, where 37 Democrats backed the measure. However, it did not advance in the Democratic-controlled Senate. With Republicans now in control of the Senate, the bill will likely face another vote, though it may struggle to meet the 60-vote threshold required for passage. The passing of the Laken Riley Act could have substantial implications for the U.S. economy. The bill's enforcement of mandatory detention for undocumented immigrants arrested for certain non-violent crimes is expected to lead to a significant increase in detention costs. Federal and state governments may need to allocate more resources to expand detention facilities and hire additional staff to manage these individuals, which could strain budgets. Increased detention efforts could also lead to disruptions in the labor market, particularly in sectors heavily reliant on immigrant workers, such as agriculture, construction, and hospitality. By detaining a greater number of immigrants, businesses in these industries might face labor shortages, which could lead to higher wages, potentially raising operational costs. These changes could translate into higher prices for goods and services, contributing to inflation. On the other hand, supporters of the bill argue that stricter immigration policies could enhance national security and, in the long run, improve economic stability by reducing the burden on public services and welfare systems. However, the immediate financial impact is expected to be significant, with a rise in detention-related expenses and potential disruptions to industries that depend on immigrant labor. The legislation has sparked strong reactions. Republicans have emphasized the need for stricter border policies, citing Riley's death at the hands of an undocumented immigrant previously arrested for theft-related charges. On the other hand, Democratic leaders have voiced opposition, arguing that the bill's provisions would lead to more mandatory detentions without sufficient funding, and could empower state attorneys general to block federal border policies. As the Laken Riley Act heads to the Senate, all eyes will be on whether it can gather enough support to clear the chamber and become law, signaling a pivotal moment in the national debate over immigration and its broader economic consequences. Stay tuned as this story develops. For the Horizon News, I'm Bob Brown.